Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome you all with yet another lecture. It's lecture number 7, so its code is 9E07. May the bright sunny day of July 10, 2020 have all the blessings of Friday. Topics that we are going to cover in today's lecture are adjective and adverb phrases from grammar and comprehension of Unit 7, Sultan Ahmad Masjid, from the text. Let's get started. What is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words that adds meaning to a sentence. It is not a sentence because it does not have a complete idea. Examples: on the table, an incomplete sense, and we cannot guess what is there on the table. Number 2, with great speed. It is not clear who or what is moving with great speed. Number 3, in a quick way. We may guess that somebody has done something quickly, but what? It's unclear. If you're doing adjective phrase, we should know what is an adjective. A word used with a noun to describe or point out a person, place, or thing, or to tell the number of quantity is called an adjective. Examples: famous, informative, 11, responsible, etc. Now we have learned about phrase and an adjective. We can easily understand adjective phrase now. An adjective phrase is a group of words that does the work of an adjective. It usually begins with a preposition or a participle. Some examples: Lisa is wearing a hairband with silver lining. With silver lining is a 3-worded phrase modifying hairband, which is a noun. Number 2, the store with the neon sign is open. The phrase with the neon sign is explaining about the store, which is a noun. Number 3, he is a man of reason. Man of reason is explaining something about the person who we are referring. Number 4, they bought a chair made of steel. The phrase made of steel is adding meaning to the chair, a noun. Let's revise adverb. A word that modifies the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb is called an adverb. Some examples: he swims well. Well is modifying a verb, swims. Number 2, he ran very quickly. Here it is modifying another adverb, quickly. Number 3, she wore an extremely beautiful dress. In this sentence, extremely is modifying an adjective, beautiful dress. Next one, he plays the flute easily. Easily is adding meaning to play, which is a verb. After revising adverb phrase is a bit easy to understand. An adverb phrase is a group of words that does the work of an adverb. It begins with a preposition or an adverb. We walked in a careful way across the floor. In a careful way is telling the manner. I parked the car right here. Right here is a phrase telling the place. Number 3, Dad got home very late. Very late is a phrase telling the time. Adjective and adjective phrase are replaceable. How? Let's understand with some examples. In sentence number 1, this case is of no hope. We can say the same sentence replacing the phrase of no hope with an adjective, hopeless. Let's see. This is a hopeless case. Number 2, he bought a jacket made of leather. Made of leather is replaced with leather. He bought a leather jacket. Sentence number 3, he is a man of trust and he is a trustworthy man, or he is trustworthy. Both convey the same meaning. Like adjectives, adverbs and adverb phrases are also replaceable. Let's see how. Painter paints flawlessly. Flawlessly is an adverb modifying paints. Using an adverb phrase, the sentence becomes the painter paints without any flaw. Number 2, the swimmer swims skillfully. We use adverb skillfully, which is modifying swims. When we use adverb phrase, the sentence would be the swimmer swims in a skillful manner. Sentence number 3. One more example. The thief is caught unexpectedly. Unexpectedly is an adverb modifying caught. When we replace unexpectedly with a phrase, the thief is caught in an unexpected way. Our second topic is comprehension of Unit 7, Sultan Ahmad Masjid. As we know that comprehension is a tool to check how much have you comprehended about any passage or unit. We usually use open and close-ended questions for this purpose. From paragraph number 1, the question is, why do you think the madrasa and hospice were part of the masjid? In the previous lecture, we have already read that if the open-ended question begins with why, we need to write reason or cause in the answer. Let's check the answer. The madrasa and hospice were part of the masjid as it was the custom of that time. The madrasa imparted religious education and the hospice served the sick and the travelers. As per the rule, the reason is there in the answer for making the madrasa and hospice part of the masjid. Here, the open-ended question begins with how. How does the interior of the masjid look? Let's check the answer. The interior of the masjid looks very impressive and flamboyant due to the Quranic verses, handmade ceramic tiles in tulip designs, and representation of flowers, fruit, and cypresses. Blue paint, stained glass windows, and carpets lend it an attractive look. Clearly, the technique, way, or method is provided in the answer that make the interior of the masjid look attractive. After 2 referential questions, we have one inferential question. Who constructed Masjid Sophia? It's another open-ended question. We mention person or place if the question begins with who. Let's see whose name is mentioned in the answer. Answer. Initially, Masjid Sophia was constructed as a church under the command of a Byzantine ruler, Justinian I. Later, an Ottoman sultan changed it into a mosque. Since then, it is known as Masjid Sophia. Hope you have understood both the topics, adjective and adverb phrase, as well as the comprehension of unit number 7. Now some instructions for the response sheet. Write lecture code, your name, roll number and section clearly on your sheets. Submit your solved assignments till Sunday. Try to submit the remaining assignments as soon as possible. A concordant activity is to be done in the book only and not to be submitted. That's all for this week. Allah Hafiz.